Hello everyone, this is Sean Broccoli here, and in today's video we'll be doing episode 5 of Disgaea 4 Complete, part 2. So without further ado, we'll get right to the video.
This guy. I heard you're a former pretty instructor. How can you be so strong?
Former? I'm still an active Prinny instructor.
Displaying such strength, even after losing most of his power. As expected of my lord. He'll be invincible once he regains his power. Must do whatever it takes to make that happen. Before that, I must eliminate all unnecessary factors.
It's happening! Now those two will finally be... I hope you don't think you saved me or anything.
No, that wasn't my intention. I was merely suppressing those who resist our invasion of this area.
I'm glad. I don't intend on paying you back for your help, which I never asked for. The hell's going on? Is she really an angel?
I've never heard of such a greedy angel before. Hence her nickname, Avarice.
She's the complete opposite of purity. Could she really be the wrong lady? But you did save me after all. Saying thanks is free, right? I guess I should thank you.
I said it was unintentional. I don't need your unappreciative thanks. That aside, what do you think you're doing, engaging in theft in the Netherworld? You keep bringing up money. How bad is the economy in Celestia?
Oh, please. What I'm doing is not theft. I'm carrying out collection in the name of justice.
Collection?
Sure, it's true that the offerings from the human world have decreased, along with peace and order, and we're struggling to gather enough funds to keep Celestia in working order. But that's all because the demons are slacking off, and humans have stopped being afraid of them. They've stopped believing in God. So I'm only here to collect the money that was supposed to be coming to Celestia in the first place.
Hey now, that kind of logic isn't gonna work here.
Whether it will or not, I don't really care. I did expect you all to understand in the first place. Oh, and one more thing. My operation isn't sanctioned by Celestia. I'm doing this all on my own.
Who cares if you're doing this by yourself? What do you intend to use that kind of money for?
Why should I tell you that? How much will you give me if I do? Time is money. I don't have any more time to waste. Whoa! What's this? Ah! Big sis! Disco can't see! Good day, everyone!
Where'd that angel go? Did she get away? We must go after her!
My lord, please, wait. Our goal is to take control of this area. I suggest we ignore that thief for now.
She said she's not a thief. She claimed her actions are justified, and that we demons are to blame.
It was just her way of defending herself. We don't have time to make stops if we're to accomplish our goal, my lord.
I know!
Fine. She's probably headed to the largest vault in the area. I'm sure our paths will cross again. If that is the case, what do you intend to do when they do?
Well,
Will you promise me one thing? If she becomes an obstacle, You will use force to eliminate her.
It seems like that angel is a real eyesore for Fenric. I mean, it's natural for demons to despise angels, but...
That's not the only reason. It's called jealousy. Jealousy. That's the source of all negative energy in females.
And just who is jealous of whom, huh? Is there a problem, my lord? Are you putting the well-being of that angel over usurping the regime?
That is absolute nonsense! Fine. If she ever gets in the way of us accomplishing our goal, I won't hesitate to take her down.
Okay then, my lord. That is a promise.
Indeed, it is a promise.
Aw, man. Bowsy totally fell for Fen-Fen's scheme. Oh! What's gonna happen to his love?
Don't look at me!
Alright, so stage 4 is not too complicated. Basically what you're going to want to do is start off with your, I guess, your strongest characters. So what I do is I send basically 3 characters to each side and attack the bouncers, or the bodyguards, whatever you want to call them. So the red geo panel is no ranged, so that is kind of a pain in the ass, as you can't use any of the ranged skills or mages or even healing. Now, as you move forward in the mission, as you can see on the roller coaster, there are green panels. So once you start killing the guys there, you can start putting your mages and ranged characters up there, and then do that. But unfortunately for this beginning part, you're kind of limited to just attacking the enemies right in front of you. You can still use mages, but the drawback of that is you're going to have to actually place them right in front of the enemy. You'll see me do that here, which it works, but also it's risky considering your mages typically have lower HP than everyone else.
Here I come! Let's go, Roderick!
Work on those. I don't believe I can take those guys out in one turn. I think it takes probably two turns for me to take them out. So we'll just kind of wait for that. The same thing kind of goes with your healer. If you want to heal, you can at least heal the person that you're directly next to. Obviously, it's a bit restrictive that way, but it's better than nothing. So we'll just continue to take these guys out, and then we'll move on to phase 2 of our strategy.
do my best.
Okay, so it looks like there is still one survivor. So it's going to take a little bit longer than I thought it would. So we'll just make sure that last guy gets taken out. We'll grab the chest while we're at it as well. Alright, so the next part of the plan will be to move forward towards the roller coaster. I like to slowly move forward. I like to gather everyone at the edge of the track here. I don't actually think any of those guys move forward, but there are obviously mages there, so they're obviously going to attack if you're within range. So basically, I like to move forward slowly until the point that until my characters are within range, so that they can at least attack the first 3 guys on the roller coaster. And then I typically move up from there, 3, basically attacking 3 at a time. You can usually take them out all at once. So I think you'll just see me slowly creep up, moving like 1 square at a time. And I apologize for those phone sounds. Apparently everybody wants to message me while I'm recording for some reason. Don't get anything at any other time of the day, but the second I start recording, bam, everybody wants to talk to me. Alright. So we've slowly inched our way through. The one thing I do recommend too, as you're doing this, if you have anyone who's low in health, obviously look to get them healed up before going after these guys. So now I'm going to start moving forward and attacking him. I shouldn't need... Obviously the bouncers are probably going to be the ones that take the... that need the most damage. The mages should go down pretty easily. So you're going to see me kind of double up on the bouncer or the bodyguards. Maybe even triple up if I can. Looks like unfortunately I wasn't able to make it to the 3rd person, so we're just gonna have to settle for the moral victory of 2 characters, 2 enemies dead. So those 2 go down. At this point, we're just gonna end our turn. now we'll start to move up, and we'll have more of a range set with the enemies, so we can attack 3 at a time rather than 2.
Ha! Here I come!
So there, I was going to see if I could maybe get away with the Impaler Prince, but obviously since I'm standing on the red, it doesn't work.
Ha! Here I come!
So I'm going to send everybody up. I believe with my setup, Fenric and Velvetores are going to take out the top bodyguard. Fuka will take up the mage. And then Narcissus, I think that's how you pronounce it, will take attack the bodyguard. He won't take him out, I don't think. For some reason I put Cassie up there with the mage. I probably should have put her down and help out with the bodyguard. But I got, I think everything will work out.
Enjoying yourself.
So on the next turn we'll have to, we'll move up again. Obviously our group below will still have to finish off that last bodyguard, but we're going to send the rest of the guys up there. So I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure that's a succubus. I don't know how much of a threat she is, but I think I pretty much stick to the standard play. Just double up on each side.
Here I come!
I think I was off a bit there, so.
Don't be late!
So all those enemies are now done. So all that's left are the bodyguards at the back, which obviously shouldn't take too much effort. As you've seen, we've taken out many of them already. So I really don't think there's any real way to, I guess, solve this geo puzzle. Not at least, I mean, we could always destroy it now, but at this point, there's really no point in doing so. I mean, you got 2 of the bodyguards, which are already pretty much dead, and then the one at the back. I mean, there's really no point in going all the way to the back to destroy that blue one. Obviously, if you were to do it, you'd want to destroy that red one first to turn the green red, and then destroy the blue. And even then, I don't know if that counts as solving the Geo puzzle, because I think you have to. I think there needs to be a null block in order to solve it. But we're pretty much at the end here. Not much else to talk about. If you want to stick on the safe side, what you can do is slowly, like rather than fully move up like I did with Fuka, you can move up slowly and try to lure him towards you. That way you'll have like a Measle who can attack from distance. I think I moved him too far since he's on the red now. He's on no ranged. But obviously I'm confident here. I'm pretty much got my entire team left. Didn't take any casualties. Now at the end of the rounds, you can use your healer to heal your people up. It's not completely necessary. I typically like to do so if there's only a little bit of damage, because what it does, it can save you a couple seconds. Instead of back after you finish, you back out, go to the clinic to heal up. You can kind of, if it's just a minimal amount of damage on people, you can kind of just heal them up before the round ends, and then just start the next stage right away. So that's all there is to this one. We'll head to the next stage.
So, that angel, is she really that different from that Artina girl?
She is completely different. She was a nurse who would treat anyone, even those who couldn't pay for the treatment. To pay for her patients' medicine, she starved herself and lived a poor life. Her soul was nothing but purity. She scrambled across battlefields to treat wounded soldiers, whether they were allies or enemies. Even when she felt isolated because of the indiscriminate care she provided, she stuck strong to her beliefs.
Treating the wounded, no matter which side they're on. I know of some humans who still believe in that kind of stuff.
Does that have anything to do with how she died? Oh, Disco isn't good with those kinds of stories. Disco doesn't know if she wants to hear the rest of the story or not.
There they are! The bounty hunt!
You trying to interrupt us again? Damn it! Disco isn't good with them, but she still wanted to hear the love story, damn it! Alright, so this is stage 5. This one was actually a bit challenging for me. It took me a bit to kind of figure it out. But that was mostly because I was kind of lazy and didn't move around the camera, didn't really try to, I guess, well, I mean, even then, I find it a little difficult to see under the geo block to see if there's, I guess, geo panels. But if you look closely, you can kind of see the little bit of the color in the flash. But we'll just kind of go over the start of this. So I like to focus on the two enemies on the left and the two enemies on the right. Those bow women. They are pretty dangerous. They'll do heavy damage, so you want to
mess them up pretty quickly.
Your back is wide open.
So I recommend doing whatever needs to be done. Use whatever skills you have
Here I come.
to your advantage. I wouldn't worry too much about the messengers there. I mean, I'm gonna send a couple people up there. They're gonna lure them in. We don't want to move forward too much. Those beasts up there by the red geoblock, they will inflict heavy damage on you, and they have pretty good range. So I'd probably not go much further than where I'm going. Obviously, the sides where the benches are kind of safe. I think their range is pretty much straightforward. They can't really attack off to the sides of themselves. So you're gonna see what we do to remedy that later on. But just kind of set up your layout there like that. So the messengers are weak to wind, so I do recommend, if you do have a wind, use them instead of fire. I only have the fire mage. I'd never really bothered to make any other ones. I've mostly relied on Measle since obtaining him. Unfortunately, I don't believe we are able to take out anybody in the first turn.
Here I go!
And because of that, I believe we take some casualties. So I did lose my fire mage, and I lost Raspberry, my gunner, which isn't a big loss. It was a waste even sending her out. I don't know. I can't really defend that move. So obviously now we kind of want to take these guys out as fast as we can. The one thing I don't do well, at least through the beginning, you'll probably notice it later on, I don't really utilize Disgaea too much. I mean, her special skills are really an asset that should be abused, and I just, for some reason, do not use it.
Take this!
She can inflict some heavy damage with her special skills. So basically, once you get the two bow women killed, the rest of the level or the stage is going to be a cakewalk. I guess that's kind of assuming that you don't take too many heavy casualties. So we do rely on numbers to take out the beasts there, and as you can see, they're leveling up pretty quickly. So the faster you can clear these guys out, the better. So we can focus on getting these guys out of there. So, we got all the enemies taken care of, I believe. So, our next strategy here is going to be to move. We're going to send, I think, two decent characters. I'm going to send two of my strong characters. You're probably fine with most characters. But basically, there's two mages back there. We're gonna take them out, and then there's a green geo block that we'll need to destroy. The reason why I don't recommend sending everyone is because we need to act quickly with those beasts over there. We don't want them to have any chance of attacking us. Unfortunately, they're going to attack it. Well, I believe one attacks. But, yeah, we'll go over that as it happens. And then what you want to do is you want to slowly move. You want to move your guys, the ones that you're leaving behind. You want to move them up just out of the range of the beast's attack. Because what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get some characters right up in front of them. Humanoid characters, because you're going to need to lift them. As you can see there, I ended up moving too close, and we took a casualty. So, one mistake I did make here, well, not here yet, but I'm going to make it in the future. There's actually two of those mages there. Because of the Ferris wheel, I actually don't see it. So I end up sending, after I've destroyed the block, I end up retreating without realizing that there's still an enemy back there. Another thing to bring up is to not bother attacking those things while they're behind there, because you're not going to be able to do any damage to them. Originally on my first playthrough, that's what I was trying to do. I even tried attacking those geo blocks on top there. Nothing seemed to work. I think it's because of the mighty enemy effect. So here we're going to take out that block, and what that block does is it gets rid of the no entry on the red. So now what we want to do, because I don't have anybody, it's not necessarily true, but most of my characters aren't within range, so I actually have to send Emizel up, and then what I do is I lift him up, I throw him towards my group here, and then we surround him and have our way with him. And I do make sure to go in dry. I got a bit lucky here, and he attacked Fenric out of all these characters.
Here I go!
So I know Fenric is usually one of my stronger characters, so he could usually take a hit from a boss or strong enemy. And then we just pick him up. We just rinse and repeat the same strategy with the other one. And then we'll take out the last mage. And that is all there is to this level. For this video, it's going to be the final stage. There is still stage 6 to go over, but I wanted to start keeping these videos a bit shorter. I don't know if people really care to watch like an hour's worth of content. Over an hour. I mean, some of them go to an hour and 30 minutes. So keeping it to 40 minutes is probably the best. So thank you guys for watching. This is Sean Broccoli. I'll see you guys next time for part 3.
Alrighty then, now that they're all dead. Tell us the rest of the story.
So did Artina die because she was trying to save an enemy?
Naturally. One of the enemy's key personnel was among her patients. Because of that, she was suspected of being a spy and was killed by agents of her own nation.
You should have killed everyone who was responsible for letting that happen.
Well, of course. That's exactly what I thought at the time. When I arrived on the scene, she was already taking her last breath. When I realized that it was too late for me to scare her, I decided that I had to kill all the humans to appease my anger. But she...
Please, reconsider. I don't want revenge. Revenge will only create more hatred and another war. I was only following my beliefs and did as I saw fit. I have no regrets.
Make no mistake. It's not revenge I'm after. I will be forbidden from drinking human blood if you die. This is retaliation.
Then take my blood. I don't have much of it left anyway.
That's absurd. I couldn't possibly drink your blood until I've kept my promise. I made a promise to you. Until I show you the depths of fear, I will not drink any human's blood. And I said I was going to watch over you so that this wouldn't happen, but
You're pretty earnest, aren't you, Mr. Weirdo?
your loud mouth is proof enough that you'll be fine. Live, and I will plant fear in that incredulous skull of yours.
No, I don't think I'll make it. I'm sorry. I've caused so much trouble for you with that stupid promise. My only regret is not being able to let you drink my blood.
Hey, don't die! I won't allow you to die without letting me keep my promise!
I thought your obsession for promises was weird, especially since you're a demon. I didn't know that was the reason.
It must have been so hard for you, Valzy. Oh, poor Miss Artina and Mr. Valvatorez.
Troubling our lord even after her death. She's nothing but a nuisance.